we really wanted people to see this in theaters, and now it's the biggest documentary of all time in Sweden in theaters. So I think we managed to pull it off, and that was because we really tried to make it beautiful and big.
You have to mention that in Sweden, the population is like half of the population of Mexico City.
Con Gaby Cam y Javier Ibarreche.
Well, guys, it's a pleasure being here with you. I want to start maybe with a basic question, but I'd like to start by asking you, what does cinema mean to you?
Well, that's a very profound and good question. We both love movies so much, and I think some of my biggest childhood memories are going to the cinema alone and just feeling that, both feeling of going there alone and maybe hiding from the world outside, but also sharing an experience with other people you don't know. So to me, movies is great, but going to the theater and watching it with other people has always been, to me, almost like it sounds pompous, like a sacred ritual. It's incredible.
And also maybe when you live in a small city like I lived in, and Fredrik as well, growing up, nothing happened, then you had the movie theater. You could go there at least and somehow, travel in that little,
You're transported.
Yeah, and I went with my dad every week. We went to the movie theaters to, watch these French films that maybe I didn't enjoy them, but I enjoyed being there at the movie theater.
And do you think making this movie changed your vision about cinema?
Oh, didn't change. Well, I think what we really wanted to do with this, even though it's a documentary, it's a non-fiction film, if you will, we really wanted it to make it almost like a feature film feeling to it. So to us, we talk about the term genre dissolving. Yeah, but I love that, this is just a film. You can call it a documentary, you can call it a feature film, whatever. Well, it's not a feature, but I think that we really
feel that expression from it.
Yeah, it's a pre-use, but we really wanted people to see this in theaters, and now it's the biggest documentary of all time in Sweden in theaters. So I think we managed to pull it off, and that was because we really tried to make it beautiful and big.
You have to mention that in Sweden, the population is like half of the population of Mexico City.
And now, guys, if you could go 10 years in the future, how do you think you would feel watching this film?
Well, I don't know, but since this film deals with how hard it is as a son or a daughter, it could be anyone, how hard it is to accept and to see your parents or one of your parents age, and that's tough. That's what really the movie is about, how to finally come to terms with that. You want them to be the parents they've always been. So I'm thinking now, 10 years from now, I won't be as old as my dad. But
I think watching this in 10 years' time, we're gonna look back and think, why did we complain? We were so young.
Yeah.
Because
when you say this, this is the first time I think about this, thanks to you. But I don't really want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? It gives me anxiety. That and probably God forbid, but my dad will probably won't be around. And it's maybe I can see it as a really beautiful memory, and it's a celebration of my dad, but I will most probably think I'm next.
Yeah.
I have to say that I feel a great admiration for teachers. So I would like to know, how important is this profession for you?
Well, I guess, since both my parents were teachers, so this film is really a celebration to all teachers, around the world. Not every teacher is great, but a lot of teachers are great. And I guess we've all had that teacher that we remember, maybe and that's rarely, I think, about what they taught us. I think it is about how they treated us. And what a great answer.
But I love that answer.
Yeah, I used to work as a substitute teacher.
You have no chance, Fredrik.
No, okay, he loves your answer.
No, but I'm just gonna say that about teachers. That's really rewarding to us. There are a lot of teachers have watched this film and they feel seen, and there's this moment in the film where my dad says, being a teacher is a great opportunity to be good to young people. And I'm not quoting myself here, I'm quoting my dad, but I thought that was so beautiful. And I think it sort of highlights another dimension of being a teacher.
I love your father answer.
Yeah.
Con Gaby Cam y Javier Ibarreche.